Hey, what's up, folks? Welcome back to another 3D Hangouts. My name is Noel Ruiz. I'm a designer here at Adafruit. Join me every week is my brother Pedro.
Good morning,
Hello.
everybody.
Hey, this is a show where we combine 3D printing and DIY electronics to make inspirational projects.
Am I
Did we say that
lagging?
right? No, you're fine.
Oh, okay. The way it started seemed a little laggy.
We're doing a local recording for folks watching just because we want to get a nice copy of our segments so that we can chop them up. So bear with us if you see any lags or anything like that. Let us know if our audio is out of sync. Let me know and I'll try to fix that. Yeah, look at that. There's a little recording tab on the side now. It says recording in progress. And it says it's uploading. Okay.
I do not see it.
Yeah, it's all the way at the bottom in the super right hand. You'll see it under chat, private chat.
Okay.
Yeah, recording. So I guess we can check on it if we need to. Hello, everybody hanging out in the Discord chat room. We are hanging out there. If you want to join us live throughout the show, drop us a comment, a question, a GIF, a GIF, a meme, a meme. Discord.gg/Adafruit is the URL for the invite. My cat is staring at me oddly. And we're also hanging out in the YouTube, Facebook chats. And we're also streaming on X, Twitch, and LinkedIn. These all seem to be running okay. And yeah, like I said, we're doing a recording, a local recording. So hopefully our bandwidth is all okay and unaffected. I'm not seeing any chats. Oh, there we go. Good morning, Squid.jpg and Dan Mitchell hanging out in the Discord chat room. Let's go ahead and hop over to find out what's going on with adafruit.com/free. We have some freebies going on for folks that place orders. You'll get these automatically added to your shopping cart. Starting off with orders that are $99 or more, you're going to get a free PCB coaster with a golden Adafruit logo. If your order is $149 or more, you'll get the PCB coaster plus an Adafruit KB2040 dev board. And at the top tier at $199 or more, you'll get the KB2040, the PCB coaster, and free UPS ground shipping for continental US only. Adafruit.com/free for the details. For folks, viewers of the show, the live show, we have a special 10% discount code. Today's code is Matrix, and this will work with anything in the Adafruit shop. All physical things anyway. Matrix, put it in checkout and you'll get 10% off. And if you qualify for those tiers, you get a freebie as well. So those are the deals going on. We'll also have another coupon code later tonight on Ask an Engine Ear. An engine ear. A car engine, an ear. Sorry, folks. Just spitballing here.
Posting
So
chats is going so slow.
Is it?
I think it might be because of the
recording.
my Chrome was asking for updates, and I did not update before we went live.
Oh no!
Busy sending all these scenes over here.
Oh man, yeah.
Chose
A lot of new stuff going on. We got new features in StreamYard. Love StreamYard; it's great, but we're trying out this recording local thing. See if it works. We haven't really done this yet.
Anyway, shout outs to the YouTube chats too. We can see those coming in on the sidebar here. Good morning to Captain Crunch and Nikita.
Hello, hello. Good to see y'all. All right, so this is episode 473. It is, of course, March 5th, 2025. And this week we have a new project learn guide featuring the Sparkle Motion WLED driver board. Finally releasing a learn guide on how to build this. Code and CAD files are all available. So this is the 16 by 16 NeoPixel display. That's 256 LEDs. We got our lovely full-size Sparkle Motion Adafruit board right here, powering all the pixels using the screw block terminal and just a 3-pin JST cable. We soldered up to the pads here on the back of the Matrix display. And we have a couple of parts. We have the frame, we have the back frame, mount, whatever you want to call it. And then these grid here that separates and isolates each NeoPixel LED. And then the special magic here is the black LED acrylic, which is this optical, lovely acrylic that diffuses the LEDs when they're on, and then when they're off, they just disappear and you can't see through. Like this is off. Now I'll turn it on and you can see all the magic happening here. So WLED is the software. We're releasing a YouTube video, and in our Learn Guide, it walks you through installing the special build of WLED onto the Sparkle Motion board, and then it walks you through flashing it, and then setting up the 2D matrix in the LED configuration settings. There's quite a bit of little things you have to fiddle through, but we can walk through it in our Learn Guide. So I'm running a bunch of effects here. In WLED, you can filter through just the 2D matrix effects, so you can play and create custom playlists of multiple effects. So they just run through each one, and then you can create your playlist and customize each one of these effects using the WLED interface. Here is the WLED interface. This interface will run on your desktop or your mobile device. It's mobile friendly, so it'll look like a nice app. And they also have a native iOS app, or native, let's say, mobile phone app. If you have multiple WLED projects, you can use that native app to kind of switch between them and even synchronize them. So you can do like a chained wireless WLED thing here. So on the side panel, you can see I have all of my presets, and then I have a playlist that has all those presets running one after another, and then you can tell each effect
how long to run,
the duration here, and then the transition between them. And then you can add more using the plus button. You have an ID identifier here, so you can switch between them. This drop down lets you pick through all the presets that you have saved. So this is how you can do a nice kind of show, or I guess playlist is what they call it. So that's what's running right now. Again, each one of these can be updated. If you wanted to change the colors here, you just go to the sidebar and pick through some nice preset colors, or define your own here in these color picker UI. You can see here in the effects, when I click on this little icon, I get a little pop-up that says 2D. So this is all the 2D effects. And then since this is the special WLED build for the Sparkle Motion, we have the microphone built in, so we can do audio effects as well. Here's a good one. Where's I think it's called like EQ something or other, EQ, GEQ. Here is my voice, EQ. You can do Acme, which is the little LED, WLED icon, mascot, which is like it's got headphones. What's another cool one? Grab frequency is kind of cool. Hello, how are you? And then of course you get, each effect has a series of sliders, and each slider has a different value. So here, when you roll over, it's like sensitivity, so you can change the sensitivity of the microphone, or the rate of fall for this particular one. We can do frequency pixels. That one's kind of cool. And then of course you can do the feed rate here, and then this is the starting color and number of pixels. So it's very versatile, very customizable. And then of course colors here, I can pick a different color set, and now everything has like this autumn color set because I clicked on the autumn thing here. You can get pretty crazy with this stuff. It's really nice. Here's the DJ light. I like this one. It's kind of like a ripple effect. And then, each one of these is going to have its own customizable setting. So maybe not all of them have a lot of settings, but you get a good amount of settings here, I think. So let me go back to my playlist and just run through the fun ones. Here's the fire one. I love this fire one. It just looks like a fire effect. So yeah, that is a quick look at WLED. Nikita on YouTube wants to control it. Yeah, maybe there's a way to do that with a user mod. Also a fan of scrolling text. Where is that? Yeah, there's one with text. I'm trying to find it. You can type it out. Yeah, scrolling text. If you just type in that, here's what the scrolling text looks like. It's just saying, oh, wow, I'm backwards, aren't I? Does that look backwards to you?
Yeah, it is.
Huh.
Sounds like a good feature request for Stream Deck to flip your screen.
Yeah, is my camera flipped? No, I think the Matrix is flipped. I might have messed with the settings in the interface when I was shooting the video, but you can flip it. I think under the LED configuration, go to 2D config, and then you can do like maybe it's bottom left. Hit save. Let's see if that affects it. Then go back to text. Does that look right?
Yep, that's correct. Nice.
Okay. All right. And then inside the effects mode, you can change the effect speed so we can speed up the scrolling. And we have a Y offset, a trail. So if you want to do like a sort of a blurry trail, you can change the font size to be really small.
That's so cool.
Bigger. And then what else you can do? Rotation. Oh, I guess you got to, let's see what happens with rotation. I guess it flips it or something. Leave it at default. And then, of course, you can change the text color here in the panel. We get white, green, pink. Yeah. And wow, that's really bright. Should probably change it to a more subtle color. And then, of course, you can change the brightness up here if you want, if you need to. Yeah, lots of fun stuff here with WLED.
So cool.
And very practical display now with like the day and the, I guess the hour. Can you do the hour? Yeah, 1600. Can we do 12-hour increments? I don't know. But anyway, that is really cool. And of course, this black LED acrylic just makes everything look very nice. But I'm going to go back to my playlist and just rock that out. Again, you can run this on your mobile device, so it's a lot easier. It's on your Wi-Fi network, so you can control it on any Wi-Fi, any computer or device that is hooked up to your Wi-Fi network. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm loving it. My favorite WLED project thus far. I like to stand it up. You can create a custom wall hanger if you want. All the files are available to modify. They're all parametric as well, so you can change up the order and stuff, which is really cool. So why don't we go through the Learn Guide and just kind of walk through it a little bit. Let's bring it up. So it is new. I just launched the Learn Guide. Is the screen showing up? Yeah. All right. So all the parts, exception of Sparkle Motion, is out of stock. So go ahead and sign up to get notified via email when these are back in stock. We do have the flexible 16x16 NeoPixel LED Matrix. You can purchase that. They're also available on other websites like Amazon if you want to check those out as well. And then a black LED acrylic. This is my favorite acrylic. It's the black LED acrylic. It's this special type of acrylic that diffuses the LEDs, and you can't see through it. Something like a one-way mirror kind of thing going on. We've used it in several projects before, but it is a 12 by 12 inch piece of acrylic, so you'll want to cut down. You want to cut it down to size using your preferred method. Some people like to cut it with, your power tool, like a table saw or a band saw. You can even score it by hand and crack it. I've done that before, which is a clean way to do it. And then some cables here. I recommend using these 3-pin matching cables. Those tend to work well by connecting it. Because if you want to have it super low profile, you can have the Sparkle Motion board outside of the frame. I just thought I'd add the Sparkle Motion to the back. just to keep it nice. Some things that you might want or don't need, a power supply. We have 5-volt 2-amp power supplies, USB-C cables, and the right angle adapter, which helps to keep it upright without like falling over. So those are the parts. Not too many parts. On over to the
addition here that squid.jpg added in the wire stand is what he uses for the matrices. And then he posted that in the chat.
Oh, that is a
PID
great
1679.
one. Yeah, that is a good idea. I like that. And it gives you, it lets you adjust it too. It's an adjustable stand. Have you ever get one of these?
I have not.
These are great. I forgot we had these. Thanks, squid.jpg.
And then right before that,
one and a small one.
Right before that, he was also mentioning there is a remote control, a physical remote control that is native out of the box that works with WLED. He posts the Amazon link there too.
Oh, that's rad. The Whiz. I need to get this. Yeah, there's a handful of IR remotes that you can get to. We have those covered in the Sparkle Motion Learn Guide, but this is cool. I didn't know about this one. I wonder if this is IR or Wi-Fi. I like the IR remotes because the battery lasts forever, and I wonder if you have to charge this one. Interesting, but good price, I think. The other ones are pretty cheap too. Cool. These are all good things. I'm going to try these out. Thank you, squid.jpg. This is
it says it's Wi-Fi. The remote is
a Wi-Fi remote. Okay, interesting. I wonder if it's low power. It's got to be low power. Yeah, I do like the slimness of it. The other remotes like have individual colors and stuff like that.
That guy looks like
all good options. Yeah,
the branding for a Nintendo Wii.
It does, yeah. Kind of reminds me of like the old school Apple remotes, kind of. Cool, good stuff. All right, let's continue on with the Learn Guide. On the circuit diagram page, we'll show you just a simple wiring diagram. Just 3 pads. You got power, voltage, and ground, and then the data in pads. For the LED, I recommend taking off the stock cables because they're a little chunky, and there's like each one of these have cables, so you can desolder them if you like. It's up to you. I like to keep mine kind of clean. The WLED software page walks you through installing WLED. We have a special custom build of WLED. It's called 0.16 alpha for the ESP32 Sparkle Motion boards. It has some bug fixes for the microphone support, so that's why we have our own zip file that has the bin file that you'll use in page 2. Well, actually, this page walks you through installing it through the ESP tool website. This is just a way to get the firmware installed, but it walks you through it, just all nice. And then the WLED configuration just makes sure that you have your LEDs set up correctly on the LED outputs. Color order, you want to update the length, you want to update the GPIO pin. In this particular guide, I'm using GPIO pin 21, but you can change that if you like. The GPIO pins are also labeled on the board, easy to read, so that's really nice. And then here, I'm actually going to update this because it's not, it's bottom left. Yeah, okay, so bottom left is correct. I had it on bottom right, I think, on mine because I was playing around with different orientations. Speaking of orientation, you leave it on horizontal, and you want to make sure to turn on the serpentine. That's where it's like a zigzag NeoPixel arrangement. And then dimensions. Yeah, it's like a snake. And then the arrangement is 16 by 16. WLED is so powerful that as you're typing in, the
updates live.
Grid updates live, which is cool. Then you want to hit save. And then the last note here just tells you about filtering out the 2D effects for the matrices using the little checkbox there. And it's as simple as that. It's really easy to update and change the GPIOs or change whatever. The CAD files are available. We got zip file full of 3MFs. We also have the step file and Fusion 360 file of the assembly, so you get all the parts. The the max build volume, the biggest part comes out to 174 cubed or squared, and then 22 millimeters on the Z. So that's the minimum build volume that you need for printing these parts. We also have CAD files of the Sparkle Motion board and the Mini board if you want a step file or an STL or even the Fusion file of these boards so you can use them in your future projects. The last page runs through assembly. I am using some nylon hardware to raise the board off of the back cover. So we're just going to use some low profile standoffs and some short M25 screws to attach it. Why isn't this updating? Let me hit. Oh, because I'm editing. Let me go back. Bear with me. Here we go. Because when you roll over these thumbnails, they get bigger. And then, of course, you can click on it to make it even bigger to enhance. So here's how the board is oriented. You want depending on how you want it, I like to have my USB port facing down. And then here's where you solder the cable. You have these pads here. Just make sure you solder to the correct pad. They're labeled, which is nice. So 5-volt ground in DIN, digital in. That's where you want to attach your cable. And I like to do the color coding. So red is positive, black is negative, and the white one is the data pin. So just solder those up. Installing the grid, the only thing you want to look out for is that there is a little notch that is seen across the grid, and these notches accommodate for the built-in capacitors on each LED. So the grid isn't just like the simple grid. There are these little notch cutouts for those capacitors. So just make sure that they line up and go over it, as you can see here in the photo. And then from there, we can press fit the grid and the matrix into the back frame like that. And then just make sure that your cable isn't getting kinked or pinched over these like bars here. These bars are just kind of support structures to keep the frame rigid. And then you want to cut your acrylic. I have the dimensions here for the size that you want. A handsaw, a bandsaw, a table saw, a saw, a laser saw, whatever you like. You can cut your acrylic down the size and then fit it into the front panel with the matte side. So there's two sides to the black LED acrylic. You got a shiny side and a matte side. So you want to decide, do you want it to be shiny or do you want it to be matte? I prefer the matte look, so I have that one facing down like that. And then the shiny side, there's a good look at my camera looking up, looking down on the acrylic. And then from there, we just sandwich these together. They don't really snap fit. They just have a nice snug fit. So you fit the kind of frame assembly into the front frame. And then just press them together, all edges, make sure it's flush. And that's pretty much it. Then from there, you can use the screw block terminal to plug in the matching 3-pin JST cable to the screw block terminal. And then you can see the labels right on there. And then just connect your cables, add a USB power supply, and your thing will just boot up. And since we already have the software running, it should just boot up. And you can even make it so that you can, upon boot up of a WLED, it'll run through your playlist. So you can do all those settings inside the config, I believe somewhere in here. I think it's LED preference. And then defaults, turn LEDs on after power up. Apply preset number 14 at boot. And then preset 14 is my playlist. So it just runs through it. So I don't even have to touch anything. I just plug it in and it starts playing automatically, which is great. You have some other things here like transitions, effect blending, how long you want the effect to be. You can do timing, timers, so much fun stuff that I haven't even played with. So that is just a quick look at the Learn Guide. Can you draw me in pixel art? Yeah, I think Squid.jpg had a note that there are some user mods for adding like GIFs or other things like that. So I'll have to try that out in the future. But for now, this is a good like base point of just getting these effects running.
We have
on your
one
Matrix.
request, one request from Lamar for the guide. She wants something set up, or something that explains setting up the I2C mic to do audio reactive animations.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I think I could just add like a screenshot to, where would it be? I think it's under user interface, timer, and macros. Zip, 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 zip. Yeah, where is, maybe it's LED preference, where the mic is set up. There's the IR stuff. There's the button stuff. Transitions. Yeah. I mean, we kind of already covered that, but maybe she just wants to reiterate it in this guide as well. Yeah, because I know it's covered in our main Sparkle Motion guide. Yep, that's a good idea. I will do that after the show. I am lost here. Here I am. Okay, cool.
Yep. I know. I'm gonna be lost for the render segment.
So many things. That is the Matrix display. If anyone has any questions about it, let me know. We can go over some CAD stuff if you like as well, but I think we're pretty good.
You already got some comments. Synchronizing animations between multiple WLEDs.
Yeah, that is a good one that that will cover in the future. Yeah, I think she's either covered it or is covering it. We do have we have tons of WLED guides from Erin, and I think she has like multiple instances of WLED, synchronize them to make a light show. Because I think she did that with like one of her art installations where she had like a some sort of chandelier thing, and then like these other lamps, and then having those synchronized with WLEDs. That's where you want to use the native app. The native mobile app will let you manage and synchronize your WLED installations. So I think that is covered, but yeah. Okay, and then Squid.jpg has some comments here. You can also order cut LED acrylic to size from services like Top Plastics. Yeah, Top Plastics actually does carry the black LED acrylic. They call it, what do they call it? I think it's like Chromecast. I think they have like this special branding for it called like Chromecast. We just call it black LED acrylic. The remote's Wi-Fi. It uses AA batteries. That's nice. And then Tyeth has a suggestion. He likes to use these 3-pin JST SM plug receptacles because you get a set here, so that's nice. Yeah, these are good too. I think these probably have a registration. Yeah,
they only plug in one way.
Yeah,
I wish we had those ends for the regular strips. I always have to snip those off.
Yeah, they're out of stock, but they have that neat little tab where you have to press it to unlock it, which is cool. Yeah, they're nice. Are they PVC? They're probably PVC wires. Yeah. Yep. And
request from Ray. What's the point of showing all this if the main ingredient is never available? Because it was when we started working on it.
About 200 people purchased this and the mini. By the way, this will also run on the mini, which is pretty cool.
We have a pipeline like that we're working on stuff, and then
we can't like hold the Sparkle Motion board for this project because then we would just be sitting on product. But shout out to everyone who purchased the Sparkle Motion board, 200 of you, plus the mini, another 200. So about 400 people have the board, which is excellent. We're working hard to make more because
so the reason is we do it in batches like that in case there is a redesign that is required. So we can catch that, which I think was caught. So there is
there was something, there's a yield problem with their testing. Nothing that was actually shipped has a problem. It's just that our yield in our testing in the factory needs a little bit of retooling. So we learned a lot of things, and we're going to apply those findings to the next batch.
Yep, there's always a reason.
Hang tight. That's why we have the email sign up notification so folks can get notified when we do have them in stock instead of having to go to the website and always like load.
Yeah.
But we apologize. We should make more, but that's just the way we've been doing it. Historically, it saved our butts before on
compared to other people. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to make 1,000 of something. Lamar has figured like the magic number is like around 200 to start off with. But we appreciate your patience. Yeah, we hope it's not pointless. All right. Any other? Yeah, Squid.jpg has a good comment. Yeah, these boards are
take a look at Raspberry Pi.
Yeah, Lamar really wanted to make it the best at WLED board out there, which is fully featured packed, relatively low price. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Echoing Tom Hall here. Never know what might come across for issues with mass manufacturing.
Cool. And then Michael on YouTube is signed up, but no notification. Yep, not yet.
Yeah, when they come back.
Cool. Yeah. Excellent. Yeah, I'm happy that we have a really robust two WLED boards that one big and one small. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Any other questions? We'll bring them up later, but now it is time to find out what Pedro is prototyping.
All right, let's take a look at this week's prototype. We are working on a moon phase clock. So Lamar saw a bunch of these prints being posted for Timelapse Tuesday and wanted to make it real. So it's going to grab, we're going to use an IoT board, the little Cutie Pie S2 to go online and check what the current moon phase in. It'll just update the LED strip to match what phase of the moon is currently going on. So if there's like a blood moon or something, we'll have it go red, or if it's it's waning, or the I don't know the other names of it. Whatever else.
There's a bunch of moon phases, but the moon phases is a really cool idea to show. So why don't you bring it closer to the what do you call their overhead cam here?
Yeah, so of course they're printed, and then I have a little cover here to hide the LED on there. I'm going to use a different one that is more diffused and has a bunch more LEDs. So I'll be swapping that out for that. On the back, we have it so it can stand up, and then we have a little hole for mounting it to a wall. And this little cover just hides where the LEDs are, so you can get more of a diffused look. So originally, the idea that they saw was this ginormous one, which is too big to print for everyone else. I had to glue it. Took like 4 days to print all the pieces. And as I am gluing all the pieces together, I saw that I think they're just gluing the strip to the side here. So that's definitely not the way we like doing things. We like having a little channel so you can swap these out, but scaled it down so it'll fit on most people's bed. And having
it's like a moon table, a mini moon table.
Yeah, editable for it to go inside of. So everything is just press fit, nothing glues. The strip just gets press fitted into a channel, so you can swap that out.
I like the small one. I want to make one, and we kind of need to make one because the code is going to require to have the physical build, so that we know exactly how to map these LEDs for all the phases, full moon, half moons, and all the moons in between.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can grab when it's like a blue moon or a blood moon.
Yeah, we have a Learn guide that has that uses the moon phase API.
Party moon.
Yeah, here it is. Can show it if folks want. It's a guide by Phil B.
Oh yeah.
You want to take a look real quick?
The werewolf one.
Yeah, the werewolf, 99%. We'll see what I think you need an Adafruit IO account, which is like free, but just so that you have like an API to like log into. And then here is some time zone stuff. Yeah. Anyway, Moon facts. Love moon facts. So yeah, we have some guides for moon phases, but this will be our first like 3D printed moon. I'm not sure how this model obtained the actual typology of the moon, but it seems to be pretty accurate.
Yeah, you can just rotate it around too, depending on what hemisphere you're on.
Oh, that's funny.
You can just rotate that around.
Yeah. Very
It
nice.
is, I think, set up as like a litho pane, so I guess you could put it behind it and it would still glow. I think it looks better on my wider camera. It looks a little bit blown out on this camera.
Yeah.
A comment from Vince saying that maybe if you printed it at a dome, it might increase the moon phase effect a bit.
Is it completely flat or?
Yeah, this is completely flat.
It's completely
but
flat.
No, there are
there's ridges for the terrain.
There is ridges. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Ridges. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess to get better on a camera that is not blown out.
Yeah, it's hard to see it on your camera.
I show it on this.
Yeah, let me make you bigger there.
Focus in. Yeah, you can see.
Yeah.
Ridges there. But yeah, I optimized the one that was in that post, so it should print in like I think like 2 hours instead of like 7, because I had like all this extra parts to it that really wasn't necessary for the one that they were modeling or that they had made. So yep, just a nice, simple, quicker way to print it out, and then a modifiable case fits the Cutie Pie S2. It just mounts onto here, and then the USB hole on there to update that. So super simple, and the LEDs is just using the JST connector, so you can swap those out. And I will update that with the more diffused LEDs. I get those shipped in. But yeah.
Cool.
Hopefully in the week or two.
Yeah. So the model is, you can find a moon.
All moon lamp is, I think it's a derivative of that one.
Yeah, there's tons of folks remixing the one. I think it's probably this one, right? The Moonlight. No, maybe. It's this one. Maybe it's this one where it's split. Right? Yeah. So you can see the harsh LEDs there on that one.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get the diffused one, and a lot of folks are just remixing it and printing it, I guess, in different orientations. So yeah, there's lots of versions of it. So I think you took the model and like merged it.
I took the model from, if you scroll all the way up, the one with that yellow border around it. Yeah, that one.
Cool.
So that's the model that I'm using.
Nice. Yeah, and this is, they have a moon, Mars as well.
Oh yeah.
And these can probably obtain from like NASA or something, and then you extrude it out or something. Yeah. But the frame is all custom built for like an actual wall and the LEDs that you're going to use. So it's nice, and it'll be nice and packaged for everybody. Cool. Good prototype. We got a question from Nikita asking, is the moon due to ongoing Ramadan? Yeah, I guess it could be, huh? This was just something that was thrown to us by Lady Yiddish, or was it PT? He was like, hey, this is cool. He saw it on TikTok or something. I was like, hey, we could do this.
Usually how these come in.
Yeah, I was like, hey, I saw this project. And
let's modify it by making it functional or adding something else to it.
They're just documenting it like thoroughly. That's like the main thing. It's like, this is a cool project. It is open source. Let's go ahead and document it. And, have a nice kit to go with it. Cool. I like your combination of square and circle in the background. You have circle and you have square. Good shapes. All right, that is the prototype segment. Do I have a shop talk? I don't think so. No shop talk this week. So now we can run into, do you want me to start the rapid render with the banner and everything? Okay.
Jump into this week's rapid render.
All right, welcome to another Rapid Render.
All right, this week we're going to be taking a look at Hyper3D's Rodin. And this one is one of those AI ones that combine 3D and like a text. So if you type in a text, it'll try to match in something that is modeled. So we brought in our little Adabot. This is the Lego one. So once you import it, it creates a little voxel out of it, and then it allows you to input a text. I have a recording of this, but I thought we'd do it live to see it would work. Does anybody in the audience, or Noah, do you have any suggestions for how to combine Adabot with something else? Or some of the examples, I think they're doing like Patrick mussels or chicken with glasses. What should we do Adabot as?
Let's do Adabot. Man, I wish
the ones that I tried and failed were like Adabot armor, Adabot surfer.
Yeah, let's just do Adabot with glasses.
Let's see if that'll work. So it'll you type it into the prompt here, it'll try to generate some glasses, and then you can either accept or you can have it regenerate like different glasses. So got like a headliner type style here, or like a wafer style. Let's see what else we got here.
Yeah, do that one.
Do that one.
Does it know how to like put it? Can detect data?
I think it's gonna try to like smash it together. Yeah. You can see here their little example what they're doing. So they did it with a robot and then had like the rocket, and it added the rocket to its back. So that's what it'll do.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and confirm the Adabot voxel.
Yeah.
From the
next one, I want to do headphones, like Adabot with headphones, or Adabot with a jetpack.
So we'll go ahead and generate, and while that's generating, we can look down here at some of the other examples that they've worked on.
Big head Beetlejuice, Donkey Kong.
And here is a little preview of it, and then
what is that?
It looks like it tried combining the glasses in Adabot.
Oh man!
So yeah, not always the best results, but
what am I looking
funny. Couple of different options for the way that it renders. Like,
what is this butterfly with legs?
Again, this is AI. We go ahead and bring in the one that worked, which is I don't think I combined it with anything. It's really just showing off the sculpting.
Nice. This looks more like a Adabot. So you added a JPEG image.
I was able to extrude it out. And then you have a couple of different options if you want to have different meshes, or if you want to have like quads for your geometry. If you want to have like in a T pose or an A pose, which is like when you're rigging a model, the T pose is where your arms are out, so it's easier to add your joints for your inverse kinematics, for like having it rigged up for animation. And then one of the cool things that it has in here is like a sculpting environment. So if I speed that up, you can see here the way that it loads up the little sculpting environment. Where is my timeline for this? I can speed it up. And you can see here you have a couple of options for your brushes. You can like go into mirrored mode, and you can adjust your model that it generates, which is pretty cool. You can do mirroring on it. You can smooth things out.
Wow.
And it has a couple of different options for the way that the brushes work. If you want to move some of the geometry around.
This is like there's some features that look really good, and then other features like the lightning bolt. It's like a Temu version.
Oh, yeah. Like splits it out.
Oh my god.
And pull it.
It's a Bender when his eyes extend. Futurama. Well, that's a pretty good look at it. I mean, you get some sort of idea. And then it looks like the quad
has the sculpting environment for it.
Yeah, the little Adabot grabbers seem to have some issues as well, where like there's like some broken holes, I think.
But that's where I guess where the sculpting comes in, so you can adjust that. And then I kept trying to get the T pose to get applied to the model, but for whatever reason it wouldn't go in. Maybe you need like the pro model or something.
Yeah.
When you want to try it out for free, it does use your GitHub account, and then it starts you off with credits. So I think gives you like 5 credits, and it looks like it's deducting like 0.5 credits at each time you generate something. So
oh, that's nice.
yeah, so you have a couple of different tries to try to work out to see if it's something you would use. But that's this week's AI generated little workflow.
Cool. Check it out. It's what's the website?
It is hyper3d.ai.
Cool. And it's called Ronin. Very cool. Check it out. All right. We'll see how that cuts out on the local recording. It looks a little, the video looks a little pixelated, which is funny because you're doing voxels on the model.
Oh,
so it's kind of like
it looks good on my end over here. But no, it's, yeah, I think the way that it extruded the model out.
Cool. All right. Very good. Let's check in on the chat. We got Goku from Dragon Ball.
Combine it with Goku, like give him some Super Saiyan hair.
Yeah. And then Squid.jpg thought it was a very large round TFT display. Yeah. Nope.
Oh,
it's
the
actually,
moon?
yeah, the moon. And then Vince has a suggestion: printing the moonscape as a slight dome should increase the moon phase effect. Yeah. I thought it was a dome, which is funny.
Oh. Yeah, I think it's the lighting on this little webcam. It doesn't come across as good.
Yeah. Cool. All right. We are ready for time lapse. Community makes. Yep.
Go ahead and jump to this week's Timelapse Tuesday. This week is this super cute little dragon egg.
Speaking of Dragon
hinge
Ball.
on it.
Speaking of Dragon Ball.
Getting ready for Easter over here, and with the egg prices, this should be a pretty cheap egg. So I think we've printed one of these before a couple years ago. The only difference here is I was able to go in with inside of Bamboo Studio and use the paint bucket tool to paint every other scale to have a different color.
These colors are like Figment from Epcot. Like,
yeah, I was trying to do the pastel for Easter.
Yeah, it feels like a Figment color scheme.
A little toothless model.
Oh, it's toothless. Yeah, nice. Cute toothless. Yeah, that's very nice.
Tiny, and the details came out fantastic.
Using like a piece of paper clip for the hinge. That's
yes,
cute.
correct.
Nice.
So here's a little hinge for that.
Let's take a look.
Yeah, the paper clip is inserted in there, and then just the ends are bent, so you can have a nice little pin for the hinge.
Yeah.
And inside of the Bamboo Studio, just use the paint bucket tool to paint in every other scale.
Nice. Yeah, it's nice that the Bamboo Studio lets you just paint to make simple multicolor models.
So I did use the with the technique of printing 2 of them, with the other model being the one where the color change is flushed onto the other model to minimize the purge. So that printed out in, I want to say it was like 3 hours with all the color changing, which is relatively fast, I want to say.
Yep. So the model's free on Thingiverse. It's called Tiny Dragon Egg Box Sturdier. And here are the renders of it. Here's a photo of it. It includes the dragon, I assume.
Yes.
And did you scale it down or up? Or
no editing except adding the colors.
Nice. Yeah. And looks like the dragon can be, are those like fake eyes? Fake eyes or something?
Oh, maybe it's painted, or maybe that's a render.
No, it looks like a real photo. Anyway, very nice. It's a free download, and it's designed by Fritz_W on Thingiverse.
Oh, actually, it says a remix. No. at the top.
This is, yes, it's a remix of Tiny Dragon Egg Box by Gray Fluffs and Dragon Ornaments by Sinksolu94. So check out the website to get all the details and the files. And yeah, check it out. Yep, there's where it was remixed from. It turns it into a functional egg. What do you call it? Egg box? Not an egg box. Yeah, well, it says egg box. It's an egg box. Very cool.
It's shorter than like container.
Yeah, it is. Egg
I like how it
container.
has like this little slit, so you can put your fingernail on there too. Nice little grip to open it
clever.
up. Right in the front there. And there are two versions, one that has the support material already applied to it, but I just had bamboo generated to easily remove that.
Very nice.
That's satisfying. A little click there.
Yeah, a little click.
It's super cute.
Yeah, it is.
So make sure I don't smash his head.
Make sure maybe the little piece of metals.
Yeah, that's what it is. There you go.
And Amelia Dreams on YouTube is saying it looks like the Bakugans that we used to play with when we were kids.
Oh.
I'm not familiar with the Bakugans. Cool, cool. All right, that's this week's Timelapse Tuesday. Check it out. We'll have a link in all the places. I am adding the link in all the places and the chats. Okay, Community Makes is next. These are 3D printed things that we designed that folks are making and sharing with us. Starting off with Nefertiti. So a while ago, there it is. Nefertiti is this art sculpture. Oh, yeah. And we did this a while ago as a planter because we shelled it out and reduced the mesh. We obtained the scan some way. And this is posted up by Suleiman on printables.com. Looks like they painted it and they printed in this like clear PLA, I think, filament, which is cool. It's a good thing to paint. After that, we have a Raspberry Pi game console build posted up by Philly Filaments, actually. And it's just the parts here. No comment, but it looks really good in this gray material with the multicolored buttons. Looks like they're in the progress of getting the electronics, and it looks really cool. After that, we have a half print of the print in place box for SD cards and flash drives. Posted up by NG Nadentro on printables. Looks like it just printed half, which is still functional. This is a challenging print, I gotta say, because it has print in place hinges. After that, we have our first make of the motorized turntable. This was posted up by Leon Matthews on printables.com. It says, thanks again for making the smaller table for me. My print is almost there. I just need to wait for my pancake size stepper motor to be delivered. I also need to model up some sort of bearing. So this might be an excuse for me to give FreeCAD another try. Cheers and more greetings from New Zealand. Very cool. Yeah, the bearing is from the IKEA turntable, the Snuda.
Yeah.
So they probably want to make their own, and they're waiting on their stepper motor, pancake-sized stepper motor. But yeah, it's cool to see folks are actually building this one. I tend to use it all the time. I'm using it in all my projects because it's just a great way to display your projects by rotating them. Cool. Thanks, Leon, for posting that up. And then we have a make of the Epcot Spaceship Earth. A lovely build here, posted up by Mr. Meow. They made one, and they say, printed with no supports, some loose strings when penning the top half, I guess printing the top half, but did not affect the outer layers print quality. Very tedious, gluing 156 LEDs, but well worth it. Finally, the final product is amazing. It does look amazing. I love the filament here. This photo looks fantastic too.
What does that look scaled down? Looks like half the size.
It does. But I don't think it is, because this shows that it's the full scale. If you scale this thing down, it's going to be incredibly difficult to hot glue all those LEDs in place. I wish there was a better way to do it, but hot gluing the LEDs just seemed to be the most approachable, because the LEDs have this weird shape where you can't really press fit them any way, and you wouldn't want to solder each one. So there's just a strand of these LEDs, and you just kind of hot glue them in place in this nice kind of zigzag order, or rather it's a spiral order. And it looks like they're using the Cutie Pie and the NeoPixel BFF. So that's really nice to see. And then the center is like the pillar of the actual Epcot ride, the Spaceship Earth ride. But yeah, it looks small for some reason. Maybe it's like the tilt shift effect of the lens.
Yeah.
It just makes it look small because the way the shallow focus.
Yeah.
The depth of field is shallow, but no, it's full size for sure. Cool.
Remember when we got stuck right at the top? We had to walk down all the stairs. We thought that almost happened a couple days ago. We got stopped right at that exact same spot, waited for, I don't know, like 10 minutes or something, and then it went back up again. We're like, oh,
is it still scheduled to get a refresh? What do they call it? Reimagined?
Probably not.
Yeah. There were some talks about it like 5 years ago, or 2 years ago. I was like, yeah, we're going to redo it.
I blow the budget on emptying the rivers and adding mud for the cars.
Okay. And that is your Disney update. The last one to round us out is a remix of the RP2040 prop maker lightsaber, posted up by Ken. And Ken says,
cool handle.
Yeah, it's a real cool handle. It looks like a Fusion 360 model, just judging from the thing. Let's see. A really nice design. Reforged in the third age and powered by Kyber.
Nice.
This Andrul inspired lightsaber brings the flame of the West to a galaxy far, far away. I was heavily inspired by the Narsil saber from Atlas Sabers on Thangs, except this build is for the Adafruit prop maker RP2040. It's got an emitter, a hilt, pommel, addition of the handguard. I want to see more photos of this. This looks really cool. Oh, I see. Here's where it was remixed from. Like the internals is for the RP2040, and then this is the kind of inspiration. Yeah, this looks really cool, huh? This is on Thangs, and this is by Atlas Sabers. That's cool. That's a big hilt.
Wow.
Oh, it's also a retractable version of it. That's cool. Yeah, fantastic details. Very cool. Very cool. I think it's multicolored, right?
Yeah.
It's like the Lord of the Rings kind of.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Just mixing all the movies.
Yeah. So it looks like the CAD files are there.
That's so cool.
In pieces, which is great because then you can, screw it together. That's how it's supposed to be.
I like that emitter that goes over.
Yeah, I like those emitters too. Those are really fun. Yep. And that is the last one this week. Thank you, Ken, for posting that up. And post up another photo when it's all assembled. Love to see it. That is this week's Community Mix. Thank you, everybody, for posting. We're right at the mark to end the show. Last moments to ask questions, folks. But before I go back there, don't forget, you want to support the show and Adafruit as a whole, please use our 10% off discount code Matrix. LEDs, dev boards, all that and more. Okay, we got a question from Makita. Have you guys covered a 3D pin project? Not really.
I think we reviewed one when they first came out.
Yeah. I don't have much to say about it. Yeah,
I've seen people use it to fill in the gap for the moon on this.
Did you?
No, I was going to.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea to fill in gaps and stuff, but we tend to not like to glue and kind of mold things.
Yeah.
We like to design and
like on my feed. like people making like models from scratch, but it's like so much work because you're making the wireframe, and then you have like the heated little spoon thing to like smooth everything out. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, like a hot knife kind of thing, or a wood burner kind of thing. You smooth it out and you sand it and you smooth it out. Yeah, it's kind of like just real sculpting at that point.
Exactly.
Cool. Yeah, you're just sculpting with a different material and tool. Still pretty cool though.
Project idea. Yeah, definitely let us know. Well, always into expanding out in other areas. We've done a bunch of like cardboard projects.
That's right. We've made slime before.
Oh yeah.
We've done hydro dipping on 3D printed parts. I've seen milled on top of 3D printed parts. All sorts of fun stuff. So, yeah. And yes, we got one last comment from Squid.jpg. Did you see the write-up on the Severance Whoa meter?
Oh my god, yeah.
We're so psyched about it. I think I have it. I have it in another tab, but yeah.
Was it JP that was assigned? JP and Liz to.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the Severance show. So let me
sit down and watch, man.
Yeah, Paige is gonna sit down and watch it. So, the folks at Make3.co.
So it looks like it's a production company that.
It's a production company.
Yeah, they do the props for films and stuff.
Yeah. So they have a nice breakdown of their design process, some concept art, some material options, and then the electronics and the mechanics are all listed here. Yeah, they created their own custom board to house an Adafruit motor driver and the Feather ESP32 Huzzah board. What's an S3 with an external antenna?
So that the production people could drive it instead of having the actors worry about driving it properly.
I mean, it's pretty much as real as director. Like you had display.
Yeah, it's I guess like the assistant director can get the shot exactly how they want.
Oh yeah, this is fantastic. I don't think they're doing all the props from Severance, but they do have some other props here from other shows at the bottom here, like this one here, the control machine. Pretty cool. We were so happy to see this post. Lamar actually, Lamar or PT, somebody sent it to us. He does over-the-air updates. It's so cool. Yeah, it's fantastic to see Lamar's designs being in TV shows, especially ones that we're big fans of.
Yeah.
Oh, they put the actual Lumen logo on their custom carrier board. Very cool. Very cool.
I think it's version 2.1.
Since we're going over time, might as well say I have plans to remake the intercom as an actual intercom using Bluetooth. So that's something I'm going to work on. There's already 3D builds of the speaker intercom from the show Severance by other folks, putting webcams in it or like MP3, circuits in it to play stuff. But we think an intercom would be fun.
That's going to be so handy here.
Yeah. But go ahead and search around. This is on Maker World. You can find models of it. There's multiple models of it. So we want to throw our hat into the ring and make a really cool one that's documented and has free files as well. Yeah. So that's our plan. I haven't started on it yet, so that's why I haven't said in our prototypes. It's just ideas at this point. And Squid.jpg is saying it's so good. Love the props department is amazing. Love the Lumen logo. So many DIY. Meters are about to pop up. Can't wait. Yeah.
They did from Despicable Me the Vector's gun, the one with the fishes in it. Yeah, the shark gun.
Oh, the shark gun.
Or piranha gun.
Piranha gun.
And it's cool. Did you see it? All the eyeballs. It has all the motors and the eyeballs opening and closing.
Is it on one of the repo sites or is it TikTok?
It's that site. It's that those same people.
Oh, the wool meter, really?
Yeah. If you go to the homepage, they'll show it.
Under work, maybe?
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's hilarious.
Scroll down. It shows the printed, with all the eyes, and it shows like all the how all the mechanics work.
Holy
Crazy.
That's wild. That is so cool. Yikes. Creepy, man. With all the eyes.
It's inspiring. It's like, oh, okay, that's how we can make a bunch of eyeballs.
Yeah. It's like a tree of eyeballs.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Yeah. All right. Good stuff. Shout out to make3.com.
Veronica, and that's who it was.
All right. We are overtiming. So let's end the show. Thank you, everybody on Discord and the chats on all the networks for hanging out with us. Don't forget our coupon code for this not week, but this today is Matrix. So please use it if you want to purchase some stuff from Adafruit.com. Later tonight, we have more shows. Starting off at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we have a special show and tell hosted by JP. John Park will be hosting tonight's show and tell.
Oh, I thought it was Liz.
Nope, Liz was last week.
Oh, yeah.
This week is JP. And we'll see if we will. I think we're running up for the next show and tell, but we'll see if Lamar and Phil need help. We'll find out tonight on tonight's meeting. And then Ask an Engineer starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So tune in at 8 p.m. to get another coupon code and get some open source hardware news and some new products and other fun segments. Thursday is JP's workshop. You can tune in at 4 p.m. Eastern Time to hang out with JP. And then Friday is a deep dive. I believe the last one with Scott until he goes on break. There it is. Deep dives with Scott. And then the following weeks will be with Tim, Foamy Guy. These start at 2 p.m. Pacific or 5 p.m. Eastern. And then Saturdays. Sorry about that. And then Saturdays, Sundays is From the Desk of Lady Ada live stream. So tune in on Sundays. And then Mondays is the CircuitPython weekly meeting where it's recorded on Discord. You can check in with the core devs and the community to find out what's going on in CircuitPython, the core and beyond. Cool. All right. And don't forget the CircuitPython show podcast hosted by Paul Cutler is still going on. So be sure to subscribe to it on all your favorite podcasting players. Just search for the CircuitPython show podcast. All right. I think that's it, folks. Thanks everybody so much. We'll see you next week. But until then, remember to make a great day. Bye, folks.